is kind of naked.
Yeah,
I will
I
throw up.
just it don't it when y'all be doing
It
it,
does nothing for
I
me.
really be cringing. I had to work on like bitch, it's like chalk your nails across the chalkboard when y'all do shit like that. I'd be like, oh my god, y'all the
Can,
fuck.
can I say
I play boots.
something real
I play
quick?
boots with the girls, but I'm not finna do it for real, no man.
I don't play because I got you, Kim. I don't play because there are some girls that actually like that,
Yes.
and
I don't play with them like that.
yeah, but see, I don't play with
I don't
nobody
play-
like that. Go ahead, Kim.
I don't play
What
with
you
no
gonna say?
girl like that.
Okay,
I know
so
they like.
And y'all get me off as zero. What's going on, y'all? What's going on out there?
so this is off subject, but this is something I wanted to clarify for so long.
Clarify? Where, Kim?
Yeah, clarify. I have to clarify.
Clarify, girl.
Clarify. Yeah, clarify. You know, Kelly's my mother. And speaking of Kelly, that's why I'm glad she's in the room. I want to let her as well as everybody else know, because there was a couple of panels made about a year and a half ago, saying that, you know, I was messing with people behind Kelly and
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
When I came in the ballroom, I think it was 2017, the men were on me. I went to a ball, the men was in my inbox, left and right. I didn't have a gay mother at the time. I was in the house of Machiavelli. I was not talking to any trans men. Yeah, I went to, that's my first house. I wasn't talking to any trans men, no nothing. I started talking to this one trans man, and I don't know if they put me in a group, but when I say they all wanted me, when I say they all want, I had about maybe 50 trans men that was pursuing me all at once, and the majority of them.
Oh, that's why they call you a whore. Word.
Yes, and I half the time I never even seen these people in person. There was only a couple that I saw in person, and a lot of them was my mother's ex. Kelly was not my mother at the time. I knew of Kelly, but I didn't know Kelly like that, nor did she know me like that. But when she was still dating one at the time, and we know who she was talking, we know who I'm talking about, and I guess they broke up, but me and Kelly was friends at this time. She wasn't my mother, but me and her was really cool at the time. I instantly inboxed her and I said, listen, your ex is in my inbox. I'm not interested. And that's the kind of girl I am. But I got this persona, I guess, because I talk so sexual on the app that everybody thinks I'm just everybody. No, I'm very choosy about who comes inside of me. Who I let who I let in my presence. So yeah. And then they was saying like I've been with like 12, 13 trans men. No, I've literally been sexually with 3.
You said 5 last night, but we're gonna pay that.
No, I've talked about 5. There's a difference between talking to and
no, ma'am, you said sexual 5, but I'm gonna pay that.
No,
babe.
Literally,
I definitely remember that.
I can count the 3 that I've been with, and so yeah, and so but yeah, that's something I always wanted to get, because that kind of hurt me back then, because they were making like it was made as if I was out here I couldn't be trusted around people and their men. I've never been that thirsty to want to run behind somebody and.
Well, Kim, I'm gonna be nasty. I'm gonna be nasty.
Go ahead.
Should I go there?
I'm not interested in nobody else's man.
Me either.
When I was
when you're dating somebody else, you it's a turn off.
Same here.
What you said later?
Like, ew.
When I tried to pursue a certain somebody and you had jumped in that box that day.
No, ma'am. Me.
I'm a pay it. Go ahead and pay it.
I can call names. No, me and that man was talking before Bigo even started. Me and him, we was not talking on a level of.
Okay, we ain't have to go with them. We have to go with them.
I'm saying like, we were already conversating. We was always conversating before Bigo. So, and me and him was not trying to get together at that time. Well, I know I wasn't. I can't say what he was, but I know I wasn't.
That's no here or there. I'm in a happy relationship now. I just can't.
Right. And girl, I've been 20 since then.
Not 20.
I did something since then.
Valentine's Day is coming up, y'all.
I'm about to
Valentine's
sing
Day.
another one single. No shade.
And I'm definitely single.
Cuban asked me to be his Valentine. I don't know if y'all missed it in the comments, but he asked me.
I seen it.
As your
I think he was
longtime
serious.
your little brother, I'm gonna go ahead and answer that for you. Cuban, I'm sorry, you have to catch her next year. She is unavailable for this year.
That's bullshit. Now we gonna scrap about this one, brother. No,
my sister is unavailable this year. If you want my sister, you gonna have to do a little bit more than commenting in the comments.
You don't know what I'm doing on the back end. You don't know what I'm doing on the back end, see?
Work
That's
that
why
out.
you gotta stay up.
All right,
Them
y'all.
siblings
Okay,
gotta
all right.
stay out of their.
Subject. Let's go to the next subject.
Them siblings gotta stay out of. They gotta stay out of their siblings shit.
No,
Nikki, I'm gonna ask you to be my Valentine.
What?
You know, Nikki
Be
don't
my
like
Valentine, so we can.
she don't like no type of girl on girl action.
I don't want no girl on girl action either.
No, I'm talking about she don't even want you playing with her like that.
No, I want her to be I just want her to buy me a gift. That's all I want. I
But
told y'all
15,000 niggas could be all over your body. Nikki, you was a low down bitch. That's what I'm telling
But
you.
meanwhile, she's sitting up there looking like a big butch dyke. But she don't like to play no games. She don't like to play no gay games.
And look like she about to say, "Come here, let me tell you your future."
Hey, boss man.
Zero. They had me sitting up here on fucking zero. Thank you, boss man, baby. Appreciate you.
Here she comes.
Excuse me,
Kelly, she finna get something, girl. Been in them comments for about 20 minutes, and now she thinks she finna get something, girl. I can't stand the bitch.
I've been in.
Kelly, you got your Wonder Voice on tonight?
Y'all know I love them.
I was in the comments because I was on the phone.
But Kelly, you got 8 dragons to get. You should have been up here earlier, big, and you don't come up here when other people getting blessed. See, that's how I got. You know what? That ain't. You ain't the right bitch.
Thank you, my love. Why are you wearing on my purse?
I ain't worried about your purse. I'm just telling you what you need to go get.
Okay,
The
so
Lord has
Kelly,
told me.
Auntie,
The
I got
Lord
a premium
told me.
comment. They said you too big for a purse. You got a suitcase. But go ahead. It's just a premium comment.
I agree. Well, that suitcase turned into a purse because she that big.
Was it on the red phone? Was it on the red phone, Cyrus? What color was the phone?
I had to update my phone, so my phone is blue. I had to get rid of the red.
Kelly, let me ask you a question. Last night we were talking about toxic relationships, right? What are some of your I just can't get over that? Actually, hold on. I'm gonna start. We just gonna go around the. Hold on, we just gonna go around the room.
Go around the.
Lady, you start first. You start first, lady.
So lying is definitely mine. Well, I'm gonna say a major lie. Like if we have agreements or something like that, and you renege against those and lie to me, like that's definitely
they got you again
one for me. Dang. And cheating. Definitely. That definitely.
Well, cut off your camera. Why don't you cam down?
Yeah, you gotta be seen. You want to be seen so bad. You want somebody to get in that inbox. That's another one. But yeah, cheating and lying.
Okay, Simon.
Public embarrassment.
I
feel like if we have like issues, we can always work that on the back end. But the moment they become public, where it allows other people to put their input, for me, that says that you don't want to work on it because it don't need to be public if we're working on anything. So yeah, people in my business publicly because you put it out there. It's a no-go.
Yeah. Steal your girl.
For me, I'm gonna say putting your hands on me, or like vice versa. I'm not with that.
Okay.
For me, it's when you lose the obsession. For me, like I know y'all probably don't believe me, but I like when guys be like really, really seriously like borderline obsessed. That's what, and I feel like once that flame goes out, I feel like you just will just go do anything at that point.
She toxic, y'all.
She toxic. Yeah, I was just thinking that. Just so vain. Go ahead, Monique.
Go ahead, Kim.
My biggest one is not accepting my son. I'm a package deal, so
You move goofy ass. Kelly.
Cause she big. She big.
I know you go to Star. I moved for a reason.
Star on mute. You go ahead.
I moved for a reason.
She want to go last.
She want to answer.
She don't want.
She ain't want to answer it. She was gonna be last. She was gonna be last anyway.
So y'all,
and I moved for a reason.
She don't want to go.
We get it, bitch. We get it.
Can I say something? Can I jump in her spot and say something so y'all can go back around her, give her time to get ready? Y'all know I used to not date people because of James at some point. I used to.
That James calling her phone down.
It was. It really was. Like people that didn't like James, I would not date them. Until I realized that it was just starting to people just started doing it because I made it clear that it was a deal breaker. Like, you know how people want to test people want to be I'm gonna be the one that she actually, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. For me, what are some like? I feel like once the trust is gone, like if I can't trust you no more, right? If you lied to me, cheated on me, or whatever, once I can no longer trust you, I'm just like, yeah, I'm kind of good on you. I'm good. Once it.
Girl, she drunk still?
What's happening?
Girl, see, you ain't got a 15. You got a 15, maybe. You got a 15, maybe, girl. You ain't got no 15, bro.
If you're okay, just light up. Just hit the thank you button. If Mason is holding you against your will or trying to do something to you, just I don't know.
If you got a bit of gas, just raise your hand because that's what it's giving. You gaseous.
Yeah, that's once that trust is gone with us, like I can't trust you. I'm always questioning you and stuff like that. I think it's time for me to officially leave the relationship. Now, there are some people who have a little more, their levels are a little more higher, or they will, they will deal with a little more. I mean, and that's on them, but those are just for me. Like, those are just some things that I am not going to tolerate. And I also, because I feel like once you let it go by once, it's going to keep going.
I agree, because I was with somebody, and every time they would leave for the store, my heart was about to beat out my chest, because I'm like, I know they're going to
I can't live like that.
Yeah, I'm like, I definitely can't live like that.
So let me ask y'all this. What about when it's like, what about when you kind of sort of feel like you damned if you do, damned if you don't? So you like, I might as well be with this nigga, like, because it's like
I don't.
That's settling.
That's settling, and I'm not doing it.
Yeah. We have to get to the point where
if I'm a feel like I'm not in a relationship, bitch, I might as well not be in one.
Period.
Exactly.
Unless the coin is good and they're paying all the bills. Because
I'm not gonna do the
when you say stuff like that, Kim, right? So I'm led to believe that you'll deal with a man physically beating on you if the coin is right.
I did. That's what I was telling y'all last night. Like, I stayed with that man for 5 additional years until he tried to kill me, and I said, I better get out.
Sorry. But see, here's my thing. What if he would have killed you?
Right.
Like,
well, it was cold. It was real cold.
Well, ain't nothing she can do then. It's over with.
Okay. So do you still think like that though? Like,
no, not necessarily. Not because I make my own money. That's when I felt like I'm the girl. I shouldn't be working. A man should be taking care of me. And like I was real ignorant back then with my thought. And and
I don't mean no harm. A lot of you hoes in the comments talking about.
Go ahead,
Kim. A lot of these hoes in these comments judging, but y'all the same bitches. Don't be fair. Be fair. Be fair.
So how many of y'all have ever been in like abusive relationship? Not a toxic.
I've never.
Well, let's say this because abuse comes in different forms. Verbal.
Yeah, it can be toxic.
Emotional.
And emotional and physical, right?
Yeah.
I've never been.
How many of y'all? Let me say this. My best friend. Y'all want to see me and Amaya get into it? Oh, baby, let's talk about relationships, bitch. Ooh. Y'all know she real aggressive and testosterone start to blow all that bitch, and she be. She goes off.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what she be giving. But you know, talking about, especially when it comes to abusive relationships, and for a long time, I could not process why. Yeah, me either, Sherelle. I could not process why people stay in abusive relationships. For me, y'all, I just can't wrap my mind around staying with somebody who
Don't make
intentionally
me feel
harms
safe.
me. Like
Yeah, don't
anybody
make me feel safe.
yeah, like I never could, I could not wrap my head around that. Like if my friend was to come to me and say like, oh girl, he beating on me, I'm gonna be straight up. The first thing I'm gonna tell you is get the fuck out.
Right.
It's
And
easier
hold
said than
on,
done.
Amaya will say that all the time.
Everybody say that.
But Kim, let me
so,
say this. I hear what you're saying.
it is
I
so
hear
much
what you're
easier said
saying.
than done, y'all.
For me, I just can't do it. I will get the fuck on. I'm so serious. Go ahead, Siren.
So
Go
the
ahead.
only reason it's easier said than done is because I myself I've been in two abusive relationships. One was verbal and the second was physical. The second one, when it became physical, it was like, all right, I gotta go. But the thing about it is the way that abuse works, and this is also coming from someone who, like, my relationship with my mom is not that great. My mother abused me as a child. So I was abused before I even got into a relationship, which is why I was able to see what abuse was in one, right? But the thing about it, there's different things that lead up to abuse in relationships. A lot of the reasons why people don't leave is because the relationship doesn't start off abusive. Most abusers do not start off with being abusive. They gain your trust. They gain your love. They get you to the point where you feel safe with them. And once they create that safe space, they isolate you from everyone else. So that's part of the mental part of it. So it's easy to tell someone to leave, right? But how do you have someone leave when they're isolated from everything else?
Yeah, and it don't feel like abuse at first.
It don't.
No, it doesn't.
It feels like an argument. It feels like a disagreement.
It feels like that's how they love you. Oh my God, y'all about to make me cry because this is the first time I ever heard this shit explained the right way. Because people be telling you leave. But it don't feel like abuse at first.
It doesn't.
It don't. That's not how it comes off at first.
If I never agreed with anything Siren said in his whole entire life, that right there, that is exactly how it is. They gain your trust. Like it doesn't start off bad. It starts off amazing actually, and they gain your trust. You feel like this person really has my back. Then they start weaning you off your family and your friends. Like you're no longer wanting to be around anybody but this
isolation.
person. So now you're codependent on this person, and your happiness revolves around this person. And then, so once the abuse starts, you don't even realize it's abuse. You're like, okay, this is the part of our relationship. This is how we're going to deal with it.
It's a disagreement. He or she was upset. They had a bad day.
Right.
Can I please?
Go ahead, Mr. Steve. Go ahead.
So, from being abused from family members as well as in a relationship, like when I say abused, like be to the point where I was bleeding and had to get rushed to the emergency room by my grandfather because he was shell shocked. The moment that I was in a toxic relationship with a female and she started hitting me with objects, trying to bust my head and my face, instantly I had to leave and remove myself. People say it's hard. When you have been through certain situations, you just do not want to put yourself through so much more trauma to the point where, for me, I have PTSD. I have a kill or be killed situation. So I'm not going to sit here and put myself in a predicament where I'm going to end up in jail trying to kill this bitch in their sleep because this bitch done try to bust my head with a glass vase. Or she tried to hit me with a brick or some shit like that. So I always, like, I have someone who's dealing with that type of situation right now, and their person is very stalkerish. But it's like sometimes you have to do what's best for you and your mental. if you really feel as though putting yourself, staying in that environment is all that you can do, it's basically like saying, I'm ready to die. And for me, I just couldn't. Like, yeah, I just had to go.
Well, sometimes you start blaming yourself. You try to make up excuses for them, and you try to blame. Well, I pissed them off by doing X, Y, Z. I know he doesn't like. Yeah, he doesn't like when I ignore him. Like when he's talking to me, and I ignore him, and so now he done bust me outside of here while I'm driving, and now we in the ditch. And so I'm like, well, that was my fault. You know what I'm saying? Like you start playing.
Hold on. Niece, is that you? Niece, is that you? Did you mean to get up here?
Yeah, I came up here. I want to join the conversation. Hi, everybody.
Okay. I just want to make sure that was you. Okay. Go ahead, Kim, finish.
No, that was it.
You want to say something, Cuban?
Well, I was in an abusive relationship, and I would say it took a lot of restraint as a man to not hit a woman. I think the biggest thing for me that I took away from it was I just don't tolerate bullshit anymore. Like I'd be really quick to cut a person off. Like I had a situation where she hit me upside the head with a bag. And like I literally had to restrain myself from like literally knocking the shit out of her. So like anybody that I date going forward, like even if we argue, I would immediately stop talking. And you would think like something is wrong, but like that's my way of like protecting my energy from not lashing out.
Shut down.
Yeah, I immediately shut down. I'll let you have the floor. I won't even say nothing. So yeah.
I've had quite a few friends, but let me say this. The reason why I say my first thing is to get the fuck on. If I consider you my friend, me watching you go through this it hurts me. It really hurts me. Like I don't like to see my friends hurt. I hate to see my friends going through a certain situation. I'm the type of bitch. So when I was growing up, my sister, when I first moved here in 2005, I'll never forget. I happened to be driving down 16, going back to Savannah to pick up some more things from home, right? And my sisters, which is really my best friend, called me and she said, Scooter is beating on Ashley. And I'm like, I'm home. I'm just got off the exit. I'm on my way, right? This is her baby daddy. Y'all, I literally pinned this boy in between the U-Haul truck and his car with the truck like he was stuck. And don't ever put your fucking hands on my sister now.
Being with a narcissist is always an up and down battle within your mind. I agree.
But what made me realize me and him never spoke again. She went back with him. That infuriated me even more.
That's why I stopped fighting for people.
That's why I'm only gonna give you advice. And Monique, what's the first thing I said when y'all come talk to me about your relationship? Are you ready to leave? That's always gonna be my first question because I want you to be safe. I don't want my friend being verbally abused, physically abused. It hurts me to see people go through that. And I get that, Chanel. I understand these. I understand it's hard, listening from other people's perspective. I get it. For me, that's always when I felt like I had enough. And I always tell people, I may want you to be, but you got to be ready. That's why I always ask, are you ready to leave? Because until you are ready to go, there's nothing I can say or do that's going to change your mind.
I think what Siren said before I had ran downstairs to the car, that I think that shit hit so close because you don't really recognize that it's abuse for a minute. So you be finding so many excuses why they are doing what they, especially people like trans people, like people that always felt like we didn't deserve. I'm realizing that this last trip that I had to Bigo, that with us it's everything times 10. You know what I mean? Like, because with a trans person, like with the abuse and stuff, you definitely be feeling like this person really loved me. This just how he feels. You know, he just having a bad day. Or because in my case, I felt like a lot of the stuff was happening and I had to deal with it because of the sacrifices that he made for me. So that was on. So not only did I felt all the rest of the narcissist bullshit, I felt like I should stick beside him because he stuck up for me I wasn't used to, I wasn't used to cisgender males standing up for them, sticking up for me. So it was a new feeling for me. So I felt like I owed him. You know what I mean? So that's why I think it's like.
Yeah, it's a mental warfare. Like honestly, it really is.
It's a mental. Yeah.
It's the isolation. It's the loving on you. And this is the thing. Like a lot of abusers are borderline narcissists, right? Because a lot of times what they do to get your attention, to earn your trust, to earn your affection, they love bomb you. They make you feel like the love that you have for them, the love that they're giving you, it is one in a million. You've never felt it before. This person is present for you in every which kind of way. And it starts off like that. It's an amazing feeling. And then eventually they become possessive. They don't want you around everybody else. No, this person is not your real friend. They don't care about you the way I love you. They're not going to do for you what I do for you. They isolate you away from those people because those are the people that are going to be able to see them from a mile away and warn you. Once they isolate you, that's where shit goes left. Because now it's you and them. It's, oh, well, he yelled at me because he was having a bad day. But he don't mean it. He's not normally like this. And you're still stuck on who you met versus who you're dealing with. But then what makes it so hard to leave is you've already left everyone else that you have to turn to. So now all you have is this person. So now you're like, okay, do I leave? Do I start over? I don't have any friends. I cut everybody off. Who do I talk to? That is a lot to deal with when you're already in that emotional state. That you're already in a stable emotional state. So
can I say something?
Hold on, these. Now I'm listening to you guys, right? I've had several friends that have been through situations, and listening to y'all explain to me, being on the other side. I was honestly hurt that my friend turned their back on me because of their boyfriend. I was like really hurt, but I knew that I could not get in the middle of their relationship. I just couldn't get in the middle of it, right? But listen to you guys now was just like everything you just said, Siren. Now, after her and him have broken up, she literally explained everything just like you just said it. Chanel, and then I'm going to go to you, Cuban.
Okay.
I'm going to say this. God has a strange way. First of all, I don't even have the Bigo app on my phone anymore. So I'm scrolling down Facebook and Ball Voyeurs page pops up and I see y'all talking. So I download the Bigo app.
Okay.
When I was just there with you for Christmas Eve, I was telling you about everything that was going on between me and the nigga I was dating. And 4 days ago, I find myself talking to him again. And all this shit that I already know about him, all the shit I've already experienced with him, I find myself making excuses for. So I just came to say the way God works is so. I literally just downloaded Bigo again to walk into this conversation. So yeah, so thankful y'all having a conversation because it's definitely a wake up call.
Okay, I'm glad you're here, Lise. I'm glad you're here. Go ahead, Cuban.
I think it was like all the stuff that y'all saying resonates with me, and it's crazy because I had to go through therapy after this breakup. But one of the things that I noticed the most was before I had top surgery, this person was like, our relationship, I felt like at the time was perfect. Once I had top surgery, that's when things started to diminish. It was kind of like, oh, I don't want you talking to these people. Oh, why you always posting on Facebook? You got to stop talking to, like, I had trans women that were friends. Oh, you can't talk to them. I don't want you talking to them. And that makes me feel away. And then that's when the arguing started to happen. It go from arguing to like, okay, now you throwing shit at me. And for me, like when people see me aesthetically, it's like, damn, you let this little motherfucker put their hands on you. But out here, it's kind of like whoever calls first goes first. So I